saying, I think that would work. But story of my life, oh boy. Fuck. All right, boys and girls, you're gonna have to bear with me today because I feel like I don't know, I'm just fucking beat down and wore out. I really do. It feels like I went 10 rounds with a fucking grizzly bear. I know that's kind of. I know if I actually went. Well, first of all, I wouldn't make it 10 rounds with a grizzly bear. I wouldn't even make it 10 seconds, probably. Nor would any living person. But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. I have. I feel like I've been run through the fucking ringer. Oh, man. The best way to explain it is my body feels just. Well, first of all, it feels weak. That's probably the cut. But also, I'm just achy and tired. Not even mentally. Like mentally, I feel pretty good actually. It's physically my body just feels drained. Luckily, this falls on the week of me taking off Friday and Saturday from the gym. So 2 days of rest is gonna really help me. I think this week. Um, with it being Wednesday, I only have one more day to train, and then I'm off for 2 days. So it couldn't come at a more perfect time. But it kind of sucks that I feel like this on the day that I lift the most weight. I hate that. I really do. I mean, all in all, I would prefer that I never feel like this. But you guys know that is living in fucking La La Land and fucking Dreamville. That's just not gonna fucking happen. But if I had, if there's ever a day where I just hit arms or something easy, which of course I don't, I got to make it hard on myself. Um, I would prefer that if I do feel like this, it'd be like on an arm day, something where I don't lift a lot of weight. I can still push it really hard without a lot of weight. So of course that's not how it's gonna work out. Best way to approach it though, like I always say, I can either sit here and keep crying and whining about it, or I can try to just lock in. A lot of times when I feel like this, it's always the first set. Usually, even when I feel kind of crappy, whether I'm sick or just wore out, or if I didn't sleep good, whatever it might be. Usually, once I get that first set in, I'd say like 8 times out of 10, which is a pretty good ratio. Um, I kind of lock in and I actually start feeling pretty good, dare I say. So if I can just get this first set in, I think it'll put me in a better headspace, and whether I actually literally feel better, I don't know, but it'll make me maybe feel better on the inside about it. I don't know. But also one more quick thing. The past 2 weeks I've been doing 3 sets of leg press, followed by 3 sets of Smith machine, close feet, usually elevated heel Smith machine squats. Um, but I watched a video of Tom Platz, and I've seen it before, but I watched it again. It just kind of popped up on my feed, and made me reevaluate what I'm doing because again, I got back to back, 2 weeks in a row of being able to squat, which I haven't been able to do in a while because my back and my knee. Um, but he said, even at his best, the most he could do was squat once every 2 weeks or every other week. So, and it would be like this, 1 week he would squat heavy, the next week, no squats, just do, leg machines, whatever. And then the week, 2 weeks after that, he'd squat again, but it'd be kind of lighter, higher reps. And he'd just repeat that kind of 4 week cycle, 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off, heavy, light. And I'm thinking I'm gonna try to adopt that same thing. But where I'm gonna kind of deviate is every week I'm gonna leg press. Let's say most weeks, whatever 80, 90% of the time, I'm gonna leg press every week. But the squats is where I'm gonna kind of adopt that philosophy of doing every other week. And I think it'll benefit me. And what he said is kind of true. If you're training with the right intensity and you're actually pushing yourself, maybe for a newbie, a beginner, you can get away with squatting every week because you're not, squatting 185 for sets of 10 or whatever is not the same as squatting 400 plus, 500 plus for sets of 8 to whatever. You know what I mean? It's a lot more on your joints and body. So if you're a newbie, maybe you can kind of ignore this, but I think it really does benefit to do it every other week. It gives your legs more time to grow, but you're still hitting squats enough, frequency to get something out of it. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's what I'm gonna try for a while. And I know I'm kind of flip flopping and changing shit all the time, but I mean, honestly, I seen that video and it kind of made me rethink. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like I'm always trying to figure out a better way to train, a better split, everything. I want to make everything better. So my wheels are constantly turning in my head, trying to figure this shit out. And if I see something that gives me an idea that I think's better, I'm gonna fucking try it. So I think so. Obviously, what I'm getting at here is today, no squats. I've done squats 2 weeks in a row. We're just gonna do, and again, it couldn't come at a better time because I feel kind of beat down. So maybe I'm thinking 3 heavy sets here, maybe one back down set, put us at 4 even sets, and I might just do three sets of leg curls, leg extensions. Kind of not as entertaining stuff today, but sometimes you need that, man. It's not always about coming in here killing yourself every time. Because at a certain point, your body will either betray you by getting hurt, or it's gonna start sending you signs that you need a kind of easier day or week. So whether you listen, that's on you. I've gotten better about that. Okay, I've talked way too much. Let's do this first one. Oh fuck, that was a hell of a first set. Whew, shit. All right, good start. Good fucking start. I'm never gonna be able to keep this last 45 on this fucking leg press. If I would actually remember to buy the bands, like I keep saying, I think that would work. But story of my life, I keep forgetting. Oh my god. That wasn't too bad. I'm trying to speed up. Well, yeah, I'm trying to speed up the rest period as much as I can. But when you're lifting, this much weight, you need a couple minutes to catch your breath. Normally I probably rest an average of 5 minutes between. I push it back or push it down to maybe 3. All right, and that actually went a little better than I thought it would, considering that. So we'll do one more, and then I'll go lighter and do another one, and that's gonna be it here. All right, I just want to let you guys know if something unforeseen or foreseen, you guys will be able to tell about halfway through the set. But if something happens and you know, it just so happens that I kind of take my last breath, if you guys know what I'm saying, just know I died a happy man, okay? Always got to ask people that I know in here if that does happen, at least throw some more weight on here. You know what I mean? Have something respectable on. Uh, Fuck. Oh my god. That was fantastic. The the quicker rest periods definitely had an effect. It's safe to say they did. Oh my god. Okay. I'll be quite honest, I don't even want to do any more here, but I'm going to. I already kind of made that commitment, so let's go. I don't know. I'll go down to 8, which would be, taking all these off. and then 3 on each side here. It's gonna be pretty light. Well, actually, at this point, it might it might not be, but at least 15 reps, I think. I'll go for as many as I can, but just kind of, I think I can get at least 15. Pretty slow, controlled ones. Oh man. Holy shit. My quads are fucked. I can't even get out of the machine. Oh my god. That was something. At one point during that set, I felt like I was gonna give birth. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say there. Fuck. I was feeling a lot of things. Oh man, fuck it. Fuck this. Let's go do some machines. Alright, let's see what kind of havoc I can create here on my fucking hamstrings. I don't know why, but a little more than usual. Maybe it's because I went, quicker, less rest between each set, but those 4 sets of with my leg press destroyed my quads. Like my quads are shot. So thankfully, this is kind of the way I always do it. But we're gonna hit. Honestly, I'm not even gonna do any drop. Probably not do any drop sets here. I can't even formulate my sentences correct at this point. Jesus. I mean, like always, we'll see how it goes. But I think just 3 straight sets here, 3 straight on leg extensions. That'll be 10 sets of legs. I know, again, it's not a lot of. I know squats are more fun to watch, but this is where you just got to do what's right for you. For me, I think doing squats every other week because, yeah, I managed 2 weeks in a row of doing squats after leg press, but I could already start to feel it in my knee again. It was starting to, you know, what's the word? Well, it was just basically starting to go back to the way it was in terms of the pain. So I think every other week is something I can sustain, and again, it's frequent enough that it's gonna help. It's gonna put some gains on my legs. I don't even know how I got kind of down that path of what I was talking about, but yeah, 3 sets here with a chance of a drop set, but I doubt it honestly. All right, let me get over here to my. This is actually probably my favorite spot to do some leg posing, which sucks because there's really not a mirror anywhere close to me. So, because I mean, I don't know, I like to have a mirror somewhat kind of showing what I'm going to see on the screen of my phone. And without that, it just makes it, I don't know, just makes it harder. But I've done it enough here to know exactly where to put my phone. So, at least I think I do. We're about to find out. All right, let's move on. All right, I think I'm on a record fucking pace here, man. This might be the quickest I'm gonna get my leg workout done, and well, I can safely say at least the past 3 weeks, because, like I said, the 2 weeks prior to this, I was doing leg press and then squats, and that just takes, again, if you're training at the right intensity, that takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and sometimes you just got to take long breaks between. Because I did the 3 leg press, and then I did the 3 sets of squats, and by the time I got to the squats, I would say I was probably resting 5 to 7. Well, again, at least 5 minutes between each one. But again, I was going pretty freaking heavy. So, like when I'm doing the machine stuff right here, I mean, yes, I'm still going intense, but the setup of what I'm doing is not as difficult. So I can kind of get away with going a little quicker. So yeah, considering I just had leg press, leg curls, and now this, I'm on a record pace here, man. So I'm gonna make these good still, but I'm gonna try to fly through them. We'll go pose. I'll do some cardio, and then get out of here, man. I'm gonna go so hard I'm gonna throw up.
Are you gonna cut this part out?
That's the goal here. I want this set to be so tough that I just fucking upchuck all over myself. It's the one and only time I'm okay with throwing up. You know what? Believe it or not, I've actually never gotten so, like my stomach has gotten so upset in the gym that I've thrown up. Never. I've been training for almost, I'm creeping up on 15 years. And that's a crazy thing. I've trained pretty freaking hard, not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but I've never thrown up. Maybe today will be that day. I mean, I doubt it. It's leg extensions. Maybe if I was squatting, we'd have a better chance at that happening. But I mean, leg extensions is pretty straightforward, pretty fucking simple. Anyways, let me shut the hell up and do it. Fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting 30 reps this time. Shit. Oh, that's all I got today. Oh God, I'm about to cramp up. Holy shit. Well, I didn't throw up, but I almost cramped up. Close enough, I guess. Fuck. Let's go. Let's go pose. That was pretty good. My legs are done, so that's it. All right, we're gonna make this pretty fucking quick because I'm gonna echo what I said at the beginning of this workout. I feel fucking beat up. I need some rest. So, 10 sets of legs, no squats today. I think that's really, really gonna help me. I'll get back to doing squats next week. After leg press, of course. But I think I'm really gonna like kind of just alternating it every other week, hitting squats. I really do think I'm gonna like that, and it's gonna give my knee, which is still kind of bothering me, more time to recover between each squat session. Because that's really the only thing that bothers my knee. I can do leg press, leg extensions, just fine. It's the squats. All right, man. Like I said, we're gonna make this quick. Let's get right into it. Man, my stretch marks are getting so fucking bad. Whew, that's terrible, but awesome all at the same time. It means my legs are growing. Yeah, my legs are done. Holy shit. I can't even move them. Oh my god. All right, man. I'm gonna go wrap up with some cardio. Get all my shit out of the way. I feel like an asshole blocking this whole section of the dumbbells. But I'd like the lighting here the best for my leg posing. It's still not ideal, but in here it's the best. Anyways, I'm gonna go do some cardio. Go do some cardio. Try to burn at least 200 calories. That's it. That's a wrap. Be back tomorrow for some chest again.